Hi everyone. So today we'll be starting the Omnet tutorial. So over here we have the Omnet command line interface. So it can be found in the directory, this one. So yeah, here it is. Just close the other one. Yeah. So here I'm starting the IDE. Here is the launcher. Just launch it. Yeah. So here is my launcher of Omnet. So Omnet is basically a network simulator. So it has multiple packages that we can use to use it for different purposes. Like the one that I'm using is the INET package, which can be used to model like the IPv6, IPv4 protocols. So let me just show you a basic working of a package of a project. Yeah, so here it is. So this is a basic model of a like a 3 bus and a server system. So what will happen is node 1 will generate um, a packet, a message, and it will transfer it to node 2, and the node 2 will send it to controller. So there are basically 3 files associated with this. The network description file, which is this one. So this is the source code. We have to write this one, or we can directly drag and drop from here as well. So in this model, we are not using the INET submodule, INET library, and we have the associated C++ files. So the C++ files is defined for each node, each um, simple module in the system, and we can define its characteristics in that thing. So let me just run it. Yeah. So here is the running environment. So let me just run the screen. So yeah, you can see what happened. Node 1 sends to node 2, and then finally to controller. So this is just a basic function. Um, Basic simulation in which a simple message is being sent without any like any protocols or anything. So what I need to do is basically, since I have already run this in this IDE environment, I need to run this in the command line interface. Why I'm doing this is, like, if I want to automate the process, if I want to control the script through an external program from like a Python script or something like that, then I can use this. So I need to open the files first of all in the directory. So I'll go to, sorry, so samples. So basically my file is present in sample, the project file. It is in third simulation, and it is in simulations file. Okay, so I'll just open this. Go to, I'll change my working directory to um sample slash third simulation slash simulations. Oh, I'm sorry, it needs to be in source. So as the make file and the third simulation executable file is in source, is already generated in source by the IDE environment, it will be better if I do the same over here. So what happens is basically, um, there are 3 types of files, which are, as I already told you, network description file, the source file, the C++ source file, and the initialization file. So initialization file is automatically generated in this network, but if you are doing it through the command line, you need to generate your own. And the source file you are already obviously have to write, and the network also you have to define. So while running the IDE environment, what the compiler does is it creates a make file from the source file. So it compiles the a make file, and that make file then can create an executable file. So initially, with the help of source files, we need to create a make file. That make file can be then used to create the executable file. That executable file then needs to be linked to the network description file and the INI file, initialization file, and finally we can run our simulation. So here is my source file in src. So I'll just create a make file. Yeah, so let me just run the make command. It is opp. So make. So this will create a make file. So it is saying that there is already a make file. So I need to overwrite it by adding f. So it is creating the make file. And using this make file, we can create the executable file by typing make. So it is considering the C++ file present in the working directory. So based on that, it is creating it. Yeah, so it is created. This is the one that is created, but it is already there as the IDE environment already created it. So now let me just run it. So it is saying that omnet dot initialization file is not referred to it. So let's just refer it. So this can be done with the help of dash f. So dash f. So I'll just write the directory in which the initialization file is present. So it is present in the simulations folder. If it is present in the src folder, then we don't need to refer it. It will directly run. But since it is not there, I need to refer it. So the name of the file is, sorry, simulations slash network.ini. Let's see what happens. Okay, so network not found. So this is happening because I haven't referred the net file. So net file also need to be referred, which can be done using -n. So let me just add the network description file as well. So basically, like I need to specify the INI file that I need to use, but I don't need to specify the net files. It will automatically detect the net files present in the working directory in the directory that is specified. So yeah, so as you can see, the network has been run. So yeah, so that is it. So one more thing that you can do over here is you can specify the user interface that you want. So that you can do by -u. Yeah. So there are basically three user interface present. The first one is Qtenv. The second one is Tken, and third one is CMD. So the one that is running currently, this one, sorry, the one that is running with the simulation earlier, which is so this one is the Qt environment. So it has all the visual effects and animations. If you don't want all of these, you just want to run the basic simulation, then you can use CMD environment. So that you can specify using -u. So this was my earlier command. Let me just start user interface CMD environment. So as you can see, the simulation has started, event 0 and event 5 has occurred in a time 0.03 seconds, that is 30 milliseconds. Now let us move on to the INET problem, as it needs to we need to import one more library, and yeah, let me just show you. Yeah, so this is basically a small system which has been created using the INET package. So this is the network description file, and this is the source file. Sorry, this is the initialization file. So actually, I had changed the command a little bit. It will just give you a basic understanding. So let me just show you how we can run the simulation in this thing. Yeah, so over here we have the simulation ready. So this is the network. You can see these are the IP addresses that are assigned individually, and these are the hosts and these are the routers. So let me just run the simulation. So this is sending a ping to this router, which is then transferring it to this router, and finally to this host. So and then this host will send a reply to the initial bus. Okay, so this is it. So now the same thing. What to do if I want to run it through the command line? So this thing is a little bit more complicated than that, but we can make it easy. What we already know is that the Qt environment is creating an executable file itself, so we can directly access that thing. So if we don't need to make the executable environment file again. Also, it won't affect the simulation as it is already using the source code, which is the source files, which is present in the um, INET package. So even if you make some changes in this thing, it won't affect the executable file. It will just affect the network description file, or you can make changes in Omnet initialization file as well, which will also not affect any changes in the executable file. So yeah, so this is the simulation. Yeah. So this is the executable file that is created by the simulation environment, Qt environment, and the IDE. So I can just directly refer to this thing. So let me just change my working directory. I also don't need to do that. Sorry, you can directly specify the executable file directory. So let me just do that. So this is the executable file directory. So I need to specify the network description files and the initialization files. So let me just do that. /n. So you can specify multiple directories via separating them by semicolon. So let me just put it. So the first directory will be the working directory, the directory in which the simulation is present, just package.net. So let me just add it. The second one will be the simulations directory. Simulations directory. The third one would be the INET directory. The INET contains all the network description files. So the source one I need to download. I need to download the tutorials one. Sorry, I need to load the examples, and I need to get the showcases. These three directories I need to mention. So this were my network description file, and I need to mention my um, initialization file. So my initialization file was in my working directory itself, I guess. Yeah, this is my initialization file. Yeah, correct. So initialization file can be referenced by /f, -f, sorry, it's not /f. So C slash samples and simulation INET slash simulations slash omnetpp.ini. So this is it. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so it is saying that first function available or empty, not defined. So some network description files are not defined. The C++ code is not defined. So now what will happen is it is not able to reference the C++ code. So I need to reference that thing. So that can be referenced by L. So it is basically this file, this directory that you need to refer. This directory you need to refer as it contains all the C++ files and the libraries. So yeah, let me just see what happens. So you can see that the network has run. So yeah, it is running right now. So okay. So similarly, you can reference the user interface that you want. So this is the command line user interface that is running now. So yeah, so I think that will be it for today. So now what you can do is you can run a bash script and you can refer it to the Python script, and you can make changes in the net file and the ini file, and you can run the simulation as you want. Okay.